Hey, everybody, and we are back. This is Phil John. Welcome to Season 3. Yes, Season 3 of Phil John's V.I.P. Thank you for joining me on my new night, which is Saturday night. I am excited to be here. Wow, I can't believe that it's been a year since I've started this journey, and I'm glad that you guys have joined me. I'm glad that you continue to join me. I'm glad that you're always my virtual audience as I continue to uplift and celebrate my peers, educate people about different events that are going on and different topics. But I am truly grateful that you guys have been with me for a year now, and I'm super excited. Shout out to the brothers of the Gentleman's Corner who are still kicking it on Wednesday nights. Rebecca Dupass, that's my girl. She is doing it again. That's a Wednesday at 7. She's hot. She's live. She's hot and she's live at 7 on Wednesday nights. But once again, thank you for joining me for Season 3 of Phil John's VIP. I had a great, relaxing break. A well-deserved, well-needed break. I promise you. I needed that time to kind of collect myself and get things together. I don't know. I think that, we're in kind of like a crazy time in history with everything that's going on. And anytime that I can provide an opportunity for things that are going to be well, things that are going to be good, things that are going to be positive, I want to be able to do that. And I want to be able to share it to the world. And tonight is no different. But tonight, I have to tell you that the guest that's kicking it off, and I always go, my first guest of each season is always a throwback from like way back. And tonight makes no difference. I'm having a longtime friend who I've known for a very long time. Her and I go back to like the early 90s. I can't believe it. The early 90s when I did my first professional play back in 1992. It starred Robin S. It was with Our Time Productions. It was a play where, I came in honestly as an understudy. I was working with several different youth companies around the city. We had I think the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater was one. The Sullivan Street Youth Players was also another one. Black Spectrum Theater out in Queens. And it was just an opportunity to just kind of come together and work and learn. And this particular production company was actually using it as their rehearsal space. And I went in as an understudy and ended up being a part of this team. And it was just a great experience for me starting out. Great experience. And from then, I just continued to build. Life happens. Sometimes we work on our craft. Sometimes life takes us in a different direction. But the blessing is that we always find ourselves back to where we started. And I'm grateful and so appreciative of that. Crystal Madison. Crystal Madison is an actress who I have known for many years. She's one of the people who I remember as a teenager watching her do her craft and being in awe. As I said in the earlier statement, if you had an opportunity to read the promo post, that once I saw her open up the top of the show, I knew I had miles to go before I was able to actually get to where she was at, to actually bring it in an authentic way that she was bringing it. She's always been humble. She's always been giving. She's always been loving. And she's always been super talented. She went on to do other plays like Mind, Body, and Soul. She's done other things, other commercials, and just a ton of stuff. And now she's actually has a skincare business that she promotes and she teaches and uplifts and inspires everyone on her IG channel. So when she comes on, please hit the top button, the arrow down, and you'll be able to follow her. I am so grateful that God has given me so many awesome people to use as just inspiration to continue to follow in, because we never ever, no matter what happens, we never ever forget our roots. We never forget where we started from. And I'm so grateful to have her as one of the people who kind of lit the match to get me started. So without further ado, I would love to bring in Crystal Madison. Let's see. This thing has been acting a little crazy right now. So hopefully she can join me and we can get through this really good. Thank you guys for joining me, man. I'm excited. Crystal, are you there? Crystal Madison! Thank you.
John!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
today. Huh?
Thank you for having me. And thank you for that intro. Oh my God. OMG.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Oh.
I had to say so much good things about you because my light keep going off. I don't know. But because you were one of the people who I saw who kind of had it immediately. And I always thought that, wow, you know, I want to get to where she is. And we've talked about this before, but I've always said I wanted to get to where she is. I want to be that committed, that present, and that focused when I'm on stage so that I can draw people in. And you were there. There was, for me, there was never ever a warm up. There was never ever, even if you did it in your private time, I never saw it. So once you hit the stage, it was like, boom, it was there. And I always make sure that I'm always making sure that I'm present in that moment. So I want to say thank you publicly for that.
Oh, thank you, Phil. Oh, wow. I am so touched right now.
No,
You
no,
always
no.
get me with that. And, you know, that says a lot because you are absolutely amazing. I've watched you throughout the years do all that you do. And, oh, my God, this just takes me back. And that was such a good place.
Yeah.
Such a good place.
Yeah.
And it was awesome working with you. It was so awesome. You
I
were
don't think
amazing.
I knew what I was really doing then. I think
You
I was
did.
bringing it.
You did, Phil. Oh, yeah. You knew exactly what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. You had it. You had it. Oh, my God. But, yeah, those were some good days, good memories.
So let me ask you a question. Like, where did it all begin for you? Like, where was the bug for you? What the arts in general? Like, what was it?
I would say ever since I was a little girl, I would get in front of the mirror, either sing or act. And, oh no, better yet, I used to actually sit at the table with the radio and act like a journalist. Well, this is Crystal Madison bringing you world news tonight. You know, anything like that. But it was doing the acting. Then I got into monologues. And I'm like, what's a monologue? And by this time, I think I would say I must have been about 14, 15. And when I hit 16, that's when the bug for the art started with me. I auditioned for a role. That was it.
Did you go to any performing arts high school?
No, actually, I did not. I did not. My talent, raw. Yeah. So what happened was my teacher, we had, I think it was my English teacher. We were reading in class, and I forgot what it was about. I think we were reading a table reading. It wasn't a drama class. It was a table reading. And I'm doing my part. The other people doing their part. After that class was over, she said, listen, would you be interested in acting? Because I have some information I think you might like. That's when she forwarded me to a group called the Positive Youth Troupe. And I traveled with them forever. My first role, I got there. It was deep because I was like a little, you know, my parents didn't have us out there in the street. We weren't hanging out. We were like little homebodies, me and my sister, right? And the role that I was casted for was to play the role of a teenage crackhead who's pregnant, on the roof, contemplating suicide, okay? So that was totally different from my life. But it's amazing how I just got out of my shoes and right into someone else's. Oh my God, what a rush. What a rush, Phil. You can relate to that, I know. I know.
But how were you able to connect to that with being so young? What did you draw from?
What did I draw from? What did I draw from? I'm not sure. I guess it would be, I don't know. maybe the movies I've watched, the shows I've watched, horror. I love horror. But anyway, maybe it's those shows that I've watched. Whatever it was, I'm not sure. You know what? That's a good. You're asking these good questions, Phil. Ooh.
Because now I want to know, because
I want to know.
For me, you have always been present in your work. So it's like, you know, for a lot of people, they it's a process. So I've always been curious to, like, what is it that gets you there in the moment? So
okay. In the moment. That's what you mean. Okay. What gets me there in the moment is I just need my time before I actually go on set. Mm-hmm. I need my minutes, whatever it is, where I'm just either pacing or whatever I'm doing to get into my character role. And I need that time to be that person, to become that person. Mm-hmm. So it's really a lot of method acting, I guess you could say. Thinking, getting myself in that moment, in that feeling. Whether it be a crackhead, my adrenaline is going. I got to be, you know, whatever that is, get myself there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I always, like I said, we're doing Hear My Cries. I've always watched you just kind of like be, like I said, be in the moment. And while we were doing that show, I'll let everyone else know, that was my first paying gig. Let me just put that out there. But Crystal also she landed another play called Mind, Body, and Soul. And the review, when people, I remember David Short, who was actually doing Hear My Cries at the time, was saying how, like, he came back raving about it. He was like, it's beautiful, it's great, oh my God. You know what I mean? So
that's awesome.
Were you auditioning like back in like 92 still? Were you still going out for other stuff?
Yes.
Or how did you land that play?
I was constantly auditioning. And I got the play because I auditioned and I didn't know that there was, who was this? There was somebody there. Oh my God, this was so long ago and it was so good. I auditioned for the role. The person that casted me for the role, okay, get this. The person that casted me for the role didn't even recognize me. Just hired me after the audition. But then he looked at the name and said, Crystal Madison. Crystal Madison? I said, yeah. Hello. I didn't know it's you either. So it was a nice surprise. But I constantly auditioning, Phil. Constantly audition after audition. And I actually like it. I like auditioning. It keeps us strong on our toes. It keeps us sharp. You know?
And you know what? It's what we do. You know, I was always told that you're going to be auditioning more than you actually work.
And that's true.
So you're constantly...
They lie. They did not lie.
So you're constantly auditioning. So what do you think, what do you find that was so, like, as far as acting and being on stage, what do you think was the thing that kind of made you really fall in love with it?
Oh, I've been asked that question a lot in my acting years. And this is the answer. When I'm able to get out of my own life, when I'm able to escape from my own life, not that I want to escape, but whenever I'm able to release myself and become someone else at that moment, that's a rush. That's a sense of release for me. For me, that's that release.
Right. You've done commercial work too, right? I think I saw.
Yeah. Yes. So I've done my share of commercial work.
Question: what's the difference for you between stage work and camera work? And which one do you like better?
I started in theater, so you know I love theater. I love that in the moment. No cut, redo, cut, none of that in theater. In theater, if you mess up, you run with it. You roll with it. You don't stop and say, I got to cut. I love the fact that in theater, it's in the moment and it's now. And it's raw. It is there. Versus when you're on camera, it was a nice transition. It was totally different. It's like a lot of cuts, a lot of edits. Different. I do miss theater, though. If I had to choose, I love them both. It would be theater. It would be theater. That's where it started, Phil, for me. Yeah. That's where it started. It was theater all the way.
And I want to let everybody know that Crystal keeps all her script, which is like crazy to me because I could barely find the last audition I did.
Yep. And I'm still looking for the one we did together. I'm gonna show you that.
Right.
The one we did, our time production. I'm gonna show you that one.
You did another play called Gutterman. Using Gutterman.
Gutterman. That's right.
Yes.
We did Gutterman.
Yes.
Oh my God. I know I have that one too. Oh my God. I forgot Gutterman.
Yeah, man.
We did a lot.
Yeah. I remember I went to a open call. It was the very first open call I went, and it was me and Geneva. You remember Geneva?
Yes.
Yeah.
Geneva.
Yeah, I don't know where she is. I haven't talked to her.
How is she? I was gonna say, how is she? Geneva.
I have no idea. But I remember we went to an open call, and I think I was number like 103. Took us in groups, and I was like, wow, I don't think I like open calls like this. I'm like,
cattle calls, open calls, yeah. Like, a lot of people,
what we doing here? God. But yeah. So there were a lot of experiences that I took from that time because it was the very first time that I actually got close to something. And I remember Robin S coming in, working with Carol. I'm dropping names that people don't know, but let me and Crystal get past.
And it's coming back.
And then we come back to you. But Robin S was there, and she was this is before her record deal got.
Oh, right.
And I remember she would come by with her kids. And then before you know it, a couple of years, you got the Show Me Love, hit the radio station, and her career just...
Oh, my God. Yes, Robin. How is she?
I don't know, man.
We need a reunion,
I'm almost positive. David Short wrote and produced a couple of these shows that we're talking about. And David Short, I think, had a way of working with young people and bringing young people together and kind of pushing it out.
Very good at that.
And David also was a singer, so he did a lot of the guys that were part of that time had been working with like old school singers. And
remember the brothers? Oh, what was the name of that group back in the day? Remember the three of them? Oh my God!
I'm gonna say the Shy-Lights, but I know I'm wrong.
No, but you close.
But I'm close, right?
You're close.
I don't know. If David rewatches this, maybe he could hit me up and be like, yo,
please.
This is what it was.
Oh my God, yes.
I remember Ramon.
Yes.
Guys that came on, man, like it was.
Oh man, that was so awesome though.
Yeah. And I came to, it was high school teachers that introduced me to all of these youth companies. Because I did a couple of plays when I was in high school, and it was all of these teachers who kind of guided me in that direction. That's really what kind of pushed me in that direction.
I was going to ask you, so that's what got you there? Wow.
Yeah.
So you did theater also. That was your first experience with the acting, was theater. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What would you do, Phil? Which one do you prefer, if there is a preference? Theater?
I prefer, let me tell you, I'll say this. I think that theater is, if you're an actor, if you're a real actor, theater is going to be your first love because it's an actor genre, right?
Yep.
Commercials, if you want to make money quickly,
right?
Commercials and TV and film is a little different, but if you, it's not an actor genre. So you have to know how to switch gears. It really is the director's and the filmmaker's vision. And you just have to know how to give those small performances so that you come together in an editing room and make sure, and I always tell people, like, don't say you want to be an actor if you don't like to read. The first thing I tell people is you want to be an actor, at least try to at least read a play.
Wow. Yeah.
Read a play, because when you're shooting television film, it's not shot in sequence. So you got to know where that scene falls in line with the story. So you got to know how to read, comprehend, and interpret. And
oh my God, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. What about voiceovers? Have you done voiceovers? I love doing voiceovers.
I've done a few voiceovers, and I realized that that's probably my least favorite.
What?
And my boy
Why?
Michael Kennedy is on IG, and he will tell you that the first voiceover gig that I got, I called him and was like, "What the hell is this?"
I'm surprised you have a perfect voice for voiceover. Really?
I know. You know what it is? It's an art to it, though, right? It's a breathing. And
There
like,
is.
let
I
me
agree.
tell you, I was eating like chicken Caesar wraps, and then trying to get behind the mic without spit popping on the
Oh
mic.
my
So there were
God.
a lot of things, amateurish mistakes I made doing it that I didn't realize that you had to do.
Wow.
The mic is so sensitive, everything picks it up. And
Very
then you
sensitive.
got to record. You know, I did an audio book, so you got to record a certain amount of hours each session.
Right. Right. Your audiobook.
It wore me out. I'm telling you.
So good though. So good.
I'll revisit it. But
You really should.
I'm right.
Don't knock that yet. Don't cross that out your list yet. I'm telling you.
I'm doing a lot of writing now.
Oh my God. I would love to read your work. I would love to.
Please.
We briefly talked about it the other day.
Absolutely.
But I'm like, well, it's so good. With the little bit you said, it pulled me in. I'm like, what? Give me some more.
Yeah.
Really good, though. Really good. But with the voiceovers, yeah. The only thing, I love voiceovers. And I didn't even market myself for voiceovers. My agent said, these people, this agency that worked with me before said, oh, Crystal, they want you. I said, when's the audition? Your book, don't worry about it. They love the way your voice is. I said, my voice? I would never have thought that I would be a voiceover person. Me? I have no experience, but I did go in there and it was like you said, very sensitive mic.
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't know I have an accent. Yeah. I said, the guy behind the booth was like, when you say that, can you say that and just cut it short? Because you're dragging your letter, your pronunciation. I said, oh, I'm sorry. So I didn't know I had an accent. So apparently I have a New York accent. Do I?
Yeah. I can't hear it. I can't hear it because I have one. So you sound normal to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's challenging and it's work, but it's so fun. That's another avenue to take too. So I love that too. So voiceovers is definitely always on my list too.
My boy Michael Kennedy, like I said, is a genius at this. You know, he's amazing. And I called him and I was like, look, help me. Because I just did this because I couldn't afford to turn down any job at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Afford to turn down work at all.
But they pay well too. So voiceovers pay really well too. Yeah. I guess also depending on what the gig is for, but they pay really well too.
And it's such a small, it's a really small community. So they reach the same people all the time.
Yeah, that it is. You know? Very small.
So what is Super Madison up to now? Tell us what's going on now.
Ooh, what isn't going on now? Woo! Let's see. I'm married. Is it 17 years? 18 years. 18 years. Can you believe it? Oh my God! Does it feel like it? Ask me, does it feel like 18 years?
Does it feel like 18 years?
No. And that's what's scary. It's like, oh my God, wait a minute, 18? I look at my husband, I'm like, 18 years? That's us? He's like, yeah, babe, that's us. So I'm like, wow. So I'm a wife, a mom of 3. I have 2 sons and a daughter. And I am currently an entrepreneur. I have my own business, my own skincare, makeup, and health and wellness business. And I just love helping others attain their goals, no matter what they are, just by empowering them, showing them always that there's a better way. There's a better way to reach your goals. You just got to target it. You just got to put action to it. But a lot of people don't have that to do it. So sometimes they just need that one person in their ear to be like, hey, let's do this. Let me help you do this. You know what I mean? Just to make that difference in their life, no matter what it is, you know? But yeah, so I'm very busy with that. Oh my God, I'm busy. Karate. My husband and I have 2 karate schools.
I was gonna ask you about that. I remember you guys karate school.
Yes. Hopefully we can start them back up again now that COVID numbers are down. We hope they stay way down.
You know what? I want to take karate because, you know, I've always
Come on.
I'm telling you, I've always wanted to do it. Since now that, especially since Cobra Kai has come back on.
Oh, yes.
Series.
You know, I still haven't seen it. I got to watch it.
It's never too late for me to start.
And it's not. And we tell people that all the time. The parents that come and drop their kids off and teenagers off, they're like, oh, you have adult classes? We're like, we sure do. Why don't you come on in? Get on the floor right now. You know, they're like, oh, no, I'm too old. No, you're not. You're never too old. It's amazing. And it's such a great art because it's like you're focusing on the physical, the mental, you know, you're focusing total concentration. And it's so good for so many reasons, especially for, we have children, students that we have that really get a lot from it because they're challenged. They have challenges, whether it be mentally. So this helps them focus and own in on that, you know, where it really, really helps them. So yeah, karate, personal training. Yes. Haven't done any of that, but I'm so excited to get started again. I'm already marking my calendar up with dates and everything like that because I'm really hopeful that this is the end of this craziness the last 2 years, you know?
I'm hoping.
I miss my students, you know? So yeah, I'm a pretty busy mama.
That's good.
But I love every minute of it. Every minute of it. I love it though. I love it. I love it.
I'm excited. Now, the skincare line, right? Or now skincare business, because I know I'll probably use multiple products, but like, where did that come for you? And I'm asking this question for them because everything you do in my eyes is just classic Crystal.
Oh, thank you.
I don't have to ask that question, but for you, where did it come where you said, you know, I want to pour back into people, women specifically, with that? Well,
it happened to me this way. Let me see the best way I can say it. How much time we got? I don't want to go over your time. We're good? Okay. It started for me as when I had my youngest son at the time. He must have been about, I want to say maybe 1 or 2. No, maybe 2 years old. He was my third, and he's my baby. And he's my last, which is great. Oh, I love my babies. But being a karate instructor, women's self-defense class, running 2 karate schools, taking care of the kids and the husband, yeah, that was a lot. And I love doing that. Don't get me wrong. Love what I do. But at that time, I felt like I was doing everything for everybody. And I'm just doing everything. And what about me? What about, I wanted something for me, Phil. I wanted something like the karate school. That's the families. That's us. But I needed something for Crystal because remember, I used to always have my acting.
Yeah.
I didn't have that anymore. Life kind of changed, you know. So what's for Crystal? So I came across an amazing company that it's direct sales company, and it's one of the best decisions I have ever made. Someone offered me an opportunity, but before they offered me the opportunity, I was sold on one product because I have no eyelashes. Like I have the itty bitty committee lashes, like no lashes at all, itty bitty committee, until I put on that mascara. That mascara was life changing. My confidence, you know, you see everyone with these lashes on. I'm like, I ain't got no lashes. I felt like naked, you know? Right. So, but when I put on that mascara, it made a world of difference. So I looked more into that company. I did more research on it, and I got offered that opportunity to join the company and make this business my own. So I don't work for my company. The name of my company, by the way, is called Unique Skincare and Makeup Products. I don't work for them. I bought my business for $99. A big kit with makeup and skincare, website for life, you name it, guys. I have it all. There was never a startup fee. There was never inventory I had to keep. There's no auto ships, nothing. I get car bonuses, incentives, all that stuff. Who's going to turn that down? Plus, it's mine. Plus, that's Crystal's business now. Now, I purchased this business. Now, I had to put in the work. I had to do the work then. Okay? So not only did I enjoy the products, the skincare, the makeup, when I started using that and saw the difference in my skin, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, no, I got to share this. Oh, no. You know me. I'm always sharing. I got to share this. People got to know. I'm not holding back. People have to know what these products do. And Phil, it's been ever since then. It's going on 7 years in July. July will be 7 years I've been with this company. And my business has blossomed I have an amazing team of wonderful, strong, empowering women. And we're just doing it. We're just going all the way to the top. Right. Growing businesses, changing lives, offering the opportunity, and offering products that actually work. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
The products, skincare products we have are actually catered, and the makeup ones. Skincare infused makeup. How often do you hear that? Yeah. Our makeup has skincare in it. The skincare we have caters to gluten-free, vegan, vegan ingredients, all of that. So yeah, I know this is a way for me also to get back.
I tapped in one night and saw Crystal with her mask on, and I saw her wipe her face. It glowed, and I was like, "What?" I said, "Just glowing."
I remember that.
And I was just like, "Yo, this is crazy, man." Because a lot of, and I think it's necessary, because a lot of people don't have self-confidence, and I think that this, like, self-care, helps build self-confidence.
Yes, it does.
And I think that just the fact that you come on all the time and you're just building a huge virtual audience, that is so necessary and so important.
Yeah, I really thrive on that. I really thrive on that. And I love to give tutorials about it. And the thing is, with me, I'm very transparent. I'm not on there so you can buy my products. I'm on there, I'm giving you tips. Like, okay, if I give you a tip about, someone says to me, they write into me all the time, they're like, Crystal, how can I get my skin, get rid of these pimples or blemishes or scars? I say, well, do you have a skincare routine? They say, no, I just use soap and water. Okay. What kind of soap? It could be drying out your skin, whatever the case may be. I say you need to cleanse your skin every day. You need to tone, and you need to moisturize. They say, what products? So you can use my products, or you can go to a store and use your products. I'm not trying to sell you. I want you to have good skin, no matter what you do. So they love that transparency about me, and that my honesty and sincerity has gotten me a long way. It shows
through. It resonates.
Yeah, they see that, and that makes me feel so good. Because I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to help you. I'm here to change your life. I'm here to find a solution for your problems, whatever it is. Let's do it. Let's take care of it. Right. So their trust means everything to me. Everything. And I do that from the heart. Yeah.
And it shows. It really does show. So we thank you for that. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I just think you're brilliant. So I want to move on to my questions that I ask every guest. Right?
Ooh.
I want to give you some time to answer those questions. All right?
Okay.
It's nothing crazy. Like, I'm not the feds. I'm just
Where were you?
I called them my Super Soul Sunday questions, but then I was like, I need to stop saying that because I don't want OWN or Oprah to sue me. So but feel free to answer them however you choose to answer them, okay?
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. What do you know now about the business that you did not know when you came?
My skincare business?
No, I'm sorry. Let me roll it back, because I know we talked about it. What do you know about the entertainment business, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you didn't know when you first started? What is it that you know? What have you discovered about it that you didn't know? And you know what? Since you brought it up, I'm also add on, because it's also kind of like a media venture.
Right.
Your skincare business. Like, we all enter it in one way until we get in it. And then once we're in it, we discover things that we never really anticipated. So what have you discovered along the way in both?
Okay, with the acting, what did I know before I started that I know now, right? Mm-hmm. Well, one thing is for sure, it's more than entertaining. I've learned that with the acting, it's not just about getting on stage and saying, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm doing this. That's not what it's about. At least I don't think that's what it's about. I've learned that for me, I can say it's about making a difference, or it is entertaining too, don't get me wrong, making a difference depending on whatever the play is. Like if it's a play that's something that's going to affect someone, something that's going on in the world today, and the play is a resemblance of that, and how at the end of the play things are resolved in a positive manner, that's something that changes people's lives. That's something that people see as a perspective like, wow, okay, if I do this, this is going to happen. When they see it played out, it's different than someone just saying, hey, man, don't do that. You know, you shouldn't be doing that. This will happen to you. You know what I mean? So for that, I've learned that it's more than just about saying, hey, it's me. I'm doing this. Look at me. It's not that. It's more, you know, making a difference and trying to reach people. And as far as the skincare and makeup, wow, changing lives, Phil. Absolutely changing lives. When I joined, like I said, I tried that mascara and I was sold. I didn't know what power I had, that I could actually reach other people and make this my business. And I enjoy doing what I'm doing. I had no idea I could do this. I was just in it for that mascara until I tried the other products. And then that's when I knew this is life changing, not just for me, but for anybody else that gets it, hears me, listens to me, experiences it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I would say. Yeah.
So it's safe to say what I heard you say in both of those things, that it's all about the impact.
Yes.
For both. Yes. Of other people's lives. You know.
Absolutely it is.
I think I always say when it comes down to ministry doesn't necessarily have to be inside of a church. What we do, who we show up as in the world, how we give back is our ministry.
Amen. And that's the truth right there. I totally believe that. So, yes.
What advice would you give your 19-year-old self?
Ooh, what was I doing when I was 19? Oh my God. Well, that's a good one, Phil. What advice would I give my 19-year-old self? Well, invest. Save your money. Because I really didn't save money at the time. I was working, and spending. You know, it would be to invest, save your money, and work for yourself. Start with that work for yourself mindset. Okay, not so much the 9 to 5. I know that's the way it is sometimes, but don't let that be your one and all. Yeah. Always have different streams of income. But work for yourself. Start thinking on that pattern. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Because that's good. I mean, I think the generation that's coming up behind us, I think they get that.
My son, they get that.
They get it.
They're saving.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that for us, Phil. Phil, it was not like that at all.
No.
That was not really discussed, but now these kids, they're like, no, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, no, I'm saving this, no. And I'm like, I'm very impressed.
Yeah. Right. Because they
different generation.
Don't be encouraged to do it. They just do it.
No, I'm shocked. I'm like, oh, okay, you got this. But it's very, very, very shocked. Very happy about that, though. This generation now is way surpassed than when we were at that age.
Oh yeah,
Very much so.
We were buying sneakers. They flipping sneakers on the internet. They buying them and then selling them for triple the price. I'm telling you.
And they know how to do it. They know how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not something I would have done.
No, we would have been wearing them.
Nope, not a clue. I'd be like, oh, how you do that? No clue.
So, what do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy. Mm-hmm. Like, what do I want people to remember me by? Or
what that legacy that you want? Even if you're not, you don't have to be deceased. But when it's all said and done and you feel like you've accomplished most of what you want to accomplish, what would you want that legacy to look like?
Oh, that's a good one. I would want my legacy to be that I'm known for my realness, my authentication, that I'm a type of person that's do you. Don't worry about what anybody else is thinking about. Don't care about what they're thinking. Mm-hmm. Do you. Mm-hmm. Do you keeping my legacy. Hold on, my legacy. This is so good. It's making me think, Phil. Ooh, these are good questions. My legacy. I should know this. Yeah, basically, you know, don't worry about what anyone else is thinking about or what they're saying about you. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you want, where you're going, and your head is straight.
You know, I ask that question all the time because I don't think that people really think about it. A lot of people consider their legacy to be their children. And your children is your contribution to the world, yes, but what is your legacy? Because your children carry your legacy. So what have you contributed to the world that when you are, or when you have either done or feel like you've almost finished with what you're doing, or you're no longer physically in this body, what do you say that I contributed while I was here to the world? And how did I change it? How did I make it better?
Okay. Yeah. I could honestly say that I changed lives. When you put it that way, I can honestly say that I have changed and am still changing a lot of people's lives in different capacities entirely. And for me, that's the difference I want to make, because I've always wanted to make a difference in people's lives. I never knew how I would do it, never knew. But I've done that through karate. I've done that through being a great friend, a great mom, a great wife. I've done that through my business that I'm doing right now. Giving back, reaching out, helping people, empowering, validating them. I would say I'm very proud that those are some of the things I've done, changing lives. Yep, I could look back very proudly on that. Changing lives.
What brings you joy?
My family. My sweet, sweet family, my babies, my family, they bring me joy. They drive me crazy, but they bring me joy. They drive me crazy. I said that already, right? But they bring me joy. They bring me so much joy. When people ask me, how's the family? I get this little smile. I just love them, you know. They bring me joy. They bring me peace. They keep me balanced. Because if I didn't have them, I'd probably be all over the place, though. But with having my children and my family, I'm balanced. I'm grounded. You know what I mean? So it would be my family brings me joy. Making people laugh brings me joy. Making people smile brings me joy. Something as simple as those things. Right. They legit make me happy.
It's funny how the older you become, the more the little things really count.
You noticed that? Yes. When we were younger, I had a whole list of stuff. Oh, this makes me happy. This makes now we're older and wiser, I guess, right?
Right.
And now, yeah, that list is that yay big. You're right. Wow.
It's just a little difference, right? It is.
Those very little things.
And I think it helps because you learn not to sweat the small stuff.
Like, oh, yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah.
Right.
You pick your battles.
Peace of mind is priceless.
Yes.
I always.
Yeah. And I always preach that to everyone. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Protect your peace. Absolutely. Protect your peace. It's very important. You could lose yourself if you don't. Peace of mind is everything. So, yeah, don't get me started with that.
This is probably like a second part of that question. What are you grateful for? I know you say your family, but what else are you grateful for?
Ooh. I am grateful to be alive, though. I am so grateful to wake up every morning, breathe, be alive, touch, smell, see the sun. I know that may sound corny, but that is what I wake up and I think about. And I'm just like, oh, my God, thank you, God. You touch. Every morning we wake up. You know how some people don't think about this. Some people do. When we wake up, we don't just wake up. And I tell my kids this all the time. I say, we're touched. God touches us. We wake up. We're up. We're not up by coincidence. We are awake because God, we're awake.
Amen.
You know? So, don't get me started.
Amen.
That's another segment.
Don't you dare cry. You cry, I cry, and we're not doing that on the first episode.
No, not doing it. But yes,
I want you back in this industry. I want you back in this industry. I want you continuing to do things as an actress, because I still think the world still has yet to see what Crystal Madison can bring to this an actress.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you. And I actually do plan to come back. One of the things in acting that I have not yet had the pleasure of doing, and it's one of my goals, okay? I'm putting it out there in public, because I've only told my close circle friends this for years, okay? I have wanted to star in a horror movie. Yes. I wanted to be that butt chick, okay, that is in a horror movie. I don't know. I love horror. That may be weird for some people.
Jordan Peele, if you're listening, Crystal Madison is available.
I'm available. Hello.
Jordan Peele, if you're watching, Crystal Madison is available.
I wish. Oh my God, Phil, that is like, has always been that's the next best thing I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do that. Is that crazy or what?
No, that's good. I get it. You know, I've always been fascinated with Jack Nicholson in The Shining, and I've always wanted to.
That's my movie. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So good.
They keep casting me as the nice guy. I'm working on it.
You know, you could switch. You could switch just like this.
I listen. They don't know I'm really deranged and crazy in real life.
You got to show them, Phil. Show them. You got to show them. Crazy and deranged.
Exactly. If that's what cuts the check, that's what cuts the check.
You got it. Whatever they want.
When do you what do you think as far as your acting is concerned? What is it that you said you want to do a horror movie, but what is it the next step for you? Like, what do you think you want to focus on? Do you feel like you want to do more of theater? Do you want to go back? Do you want to continue to maybe pursue? Because there's a lot of, let me tell you, Netflix just built a soundstage in Bushwick. And then Lionsgate is building a whole lot in Yonkers that's coming next year.
Oh, I heard about that. I was reading about that. And I used to live in Yonkers.
So production is happening. So, you know, let's stay in touch.
That's something. Yeah. So, there's a lot more opportunity now in that arena. Absolutely. But I would definitely want to get back into, I'd say series, I'd say movies. I mean, I love theater, but I think I more or less gear it toward movies, series, TV shows like that. That I would definitely do. Oh my God, yeah. So doable. Yeah, I have to do it, Phil. That's one of my big things. That's in my bucket list. I have to accomplish doing those things. And no, acting is not over for me. No, it's not. No. I already know it. That I do know. I feel that already. That itch. That itch, Phil. That itch is still there.
Shout out to my brother. My brother Tuffy Questel just jumped on. Yo, Tuff, Crystal Madison is the truth. This is one to look out for.
Hello.
She's coming back into the business, man. And
yes,
I can't wait to see what you're gonna do.
Man, thank you, Phil. I'm really looking forward to it, and we are gonna be in touch with that for real.
Please, Any questions you have? Anything you need to know? Any startup information that you need to get from me?
Yes.
My phone is always available. I'm always available. Just let me know.
I will need some of that because it's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But I know to come right to you, mister. I know right where to go.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tuff. Thank you so much for the love, brother. I appreciate it. Always do. Yeah.
Hi, Tuff. Thank you so much for joining.
Inspiration, and you know, it didn't dawn on me until I was writing the thing that we've known each other for over 30 years. It's been 30 years. 30 years. I can't believe it.
Where did it go?
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, Phil, where did it go?
15-year-old kid. Ooh, before I let you go, I gotta say this. during the play, I just want everybody to know this. When Crystal and I were doing Hear My Cries years ago, 30 years ago.
Wow.
I came in as an understudy. There was a young man in that play who I was understudying who unfortunately took an unfortunate early death. His name was Gordon Mays. And I just want to speak Gordon's name tonight because Gordon was someone who I considered to be a triple threat. Gordon could sing, he could dance, he could act, he was a musician.
Everything.
And it wasn't until he left this world that I was able to step in and actually be a part of the whole company. But one thing I learned from Gordon is that he was never threatened. He was never jealous. He always, matter of fact, when he couldn't even walk, he encouraged me to step into it. I've learned early on during that time that to move through this business and to move through this life with humility and grace. And I'm so grateful for that lesson that I learned 30 years ago. And I pray that as I move forward, I continue to do the same. Pass it on to others.
Amen. And he was absolutely amazing. He really, really was. And I'm so glad you brought him up and speaking his name into this, Phil. That's really special. Amen, amen, amen.
I'll never forget him, ever.
Yeah, me either. I don't think any of us ever could. He was that guy. He was that guy.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Crystal, for being my first guest this season.
I am so honored. When you asked me to get up to come on, I was like, me? Are you serious? Like, yeah. I'm like, me? I am so honored right now and so humbled by that. You are absolutely amazing, Phil. And I want you, and I know you already are, keep doing the great things you're doing. What you're doing right here, I want to thank you for having me on your platform and talking about myself, my business, helping me with that. That's so inspiring and empowering right there. And you're still doing it. You're still doing it. I appreciate you more than you know. More than you know. Thank you.
Don't get me still. We ain't doing this.
I know. I try not to. I waited to the end.
Because when we go. I gotta pull up. We gotta do it. But I received that so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Crystal.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to introduce you to everyone else, so that they'll be able to see who I have known for this many years, and that not only what you're doing now, but what you're going to continue to do.
Yes.
In the future, moving forward. So thank you.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Have a good night.
You too. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.